As the fate of the Department of Education hangs in the balance at the federal level, right now there are huge separate protests in Colorado over proposed cuts to the state school budgets. Many educators say that students will pay the price for what they're calling unfair cuts. NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky joins us now from those protests in Denver. Morgan, what are you seeing and hearing from those gathered out there today?
As you Clay, we're seeing and hearing a lot. This was thousands of educators across the state of Colorado that pledged to converge on the state capitol today to make sure their voices are heard. They're here for various reasons, but it all centers around funding. And I just want to give you a glimpse of how many people have shown up here. If Carrie can push over to the Capitol, you'll get just a glimpse of the educators here. But Clay, as it relates to the funding, last year the state pledged to no longer divert dollars away from Colorado schools. However, they're now this year in the face of a $1.2 billion budget shortfall. And a lot of uncertainty is certainly in the mix right now. That has brought educators out here. Another factor, Clay, is how schools are funded. This is a new plan from the governor that educators say will shortchange a lot of smaller schools and communities. I want you to hear what one teacher had to say in particular about the fears of where things stand. Take a listen.
It's scary because it's coming from the state and from the federal, so we just don't feel like there's any solace. We're kind of in this pincer movement of like, where is this funding going to come from?
I think what we do today has national implications, and I hope that we come out and show a strong message that education matters, that teachers' voices matter, and that we are going to show up and stand up for kids.
So, Clay, you hear those concerns on the state level. They say those are only compounded by the fact that they know what President Trump may say today in Washington regarding the Department of Education and its potential fate. And that is why there is an air of uncertainty that hangs heavy over the Colorado Capitol today. Clay?
So, Morgan, demonstrators calling for change. What happens after today? Are there more protest plans? And have we heard from the state?
There are no protests, at least currently planned, in addition to this one. We do know that the governor has defended the stance he's taken as it relates to the state budget. It is not formalized. It's merely being proposed right now. And while he said that he will make sure that schools get valuable dollars that they need, there's certainly a somewhat of a level of disbelief on behalf of the educators here that have gathered on the steps of the state capitol. Clay?
Morgan Chesky in a lively Denver, Colorado. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.